Alright, good day, guys. Welcome to my channel once again. My name is Precious, and today we'll be going on still on engineering drawing, and the part we'll be discussing today is interpenetration. Alright, now in my last video, I made mention of something. I said we should, when we have a cylinder uh, in interpenetrating or penetrating a cone, all right, we check the radius of the cylinder. Once the radius of the cylinder from the side view, all right, once is larger, or the circular radius of the cylinder extend outside, all right, the triangle section of the cone, then we uh, have the curve at the bottom of the cone and at the top. But if it still remains inside within the triangle of the cone, all right, we put the curve, or we construct the curve by the sides. Now, my last video we had the circular section of the cylinder, all right, exceeding outside the triangular section of the cone. But in this part, I got a question that will allow us to use, all right, this one, all right, this question here. Now we are going to be using this, and going by this, we were given that we are to draw the given views, all right, full size and complete with the interpenetration curves when this particular diameter d is 58 and when it is 74. Now obviously they want us to understand why, all right, or how it works when we have to place the curve at this point, and from this point to this point, and when we have to place it just by the sides here. All right, now I'll start with the small one. I'll just do the small one. We'll treat that one today, since we've done for the bigger one in the other video. All right, without further delay, let's start now. Just like we did in the last video, the first thing we have to do here is to reconstruct this diagram. All right, we have to reconstruct this back in our diagram. Now we have the base of this cone to be 108, and we have the vertical height to be 118. All right, so let's deal with that quickly. Now remember, the base of the cone 108, 108. Good. So that's the base of the cone. Coming, move it here. All right, so the base of the cone is 108. Now the height, vertical height, we said it was 118. So this is the midpoint vertical height 118. Good. So all we need to do is complete this front view of the cone. Remember, well, from our last video we said we always have the front view, we have the top view. Mostly we'll be given front and top, or front and side. All right, we'll be the one to construct that ourselves. Now let's go back to the question. All right, so we've gotten this. Now it's left for us to get this. Now for the cylinder penetrating the cone, from the base of the cone to the center of the cylinder is what, 42 millimeter. So let's deal with that. 42 millimeter from the base. We know where to do 42 millimeter. So let's just place this here to help us identify the center. Now let's go and check one more thing. Now we want to get the dimension of this, right? Now remember what they said, dimension is what, 58. That means from this point to this point is 58, and now from the center here to the edge is also 58. All right, so we are going to deal with that straight away. And how do we do that? We come here, we extend this. Now remember the length, all right, from the center to the side is actually what, 58. But right now I'm not going to extend it. Instead I will just use my tab button on the keyboard and go to the next go to the other, just like you are saying it here. All right, let me do it again. What I'll just do is simple. I'll come here, click this. All right, instead of using this this extension measurement, I'll just press tab and use the other one. Then remember, is what, 58. All right, so I make the line 58 itself. Now how do we check? You can just come here, click on this. All right, what you discover, you find is what, 58. The line is actually 58. Good. So what we need to do also again is extend it by 58 to this side. Now I don't need to use tab for this. I just need to press 58 here and it automatically extend this for me. Now I want us to get one more thing. We've gotten the length, all right, from this point to this point is 58. So that means from this point to the other point is also 58. We've done that. Now the distance here, remember they said d is also what, 58. So we'll do 58 divided by 2, and that should give us 29, right? So that means we're going to offset this by 29 up, offset this by 29 down. Let's do that quickly. Offset. So we just press 29 up, and we'll come here, 29 down, and we'll click enter. So at this point we don't need this line anymore. All right, don't need this line anymore. Good. So all that is left to do now is to join this line. Now remember, it must be 58. All right, see, it must be 58. Good. So I would draw another line here too, or we could have just offset that, but still going to give us the same. Now next thing we do, just like we did in the previous one, we trim. All right, we trim this off. We okay, we trim this, we trim this, we trim this. Now we can as well decide to trim this, but I always love to use that other method I use. Now remember what we said earlier on, we need to check. All right, after drawing this, just quickly check, is the circular section of the cylinder that is intersecting this that is penetrating this cone, is it larger than the triangular section of the cone? Let's try that, or let's check that. A simple way to do that is this: just come here. All right, from here to here is the 42 we measured. All right, we still have that point. Then we draw a circle. All right, a circle of radius of this of the circular section of the rectangle. And if we check well, we'll discover that the diameter is 58, so that one is 29. Now we can see that it doesn't even touch the sections, all right, and it doesn't exceed. So we know the curves are not going to be at the top and bottom; they are going to be by the sides. Good. So we don't need this. We've confirmed that. All right. Now let's continue with what we have. Now the second thing here, or the second phase, is to draw the top view. All right, this is the top view, this is the front view, this is the top view. Now remember, the diameter here is what, 108. All right, so we need to draw a circle of 108 to signify the base of this cone, and we need to draw the rectangle also. So let's get on with it. So like I said earlier on, or we can extend this line, or just do this. All right, create a line, maybe I'll use 100. Don't make it too far, please, so that it won't the whole screen, will have your work really concised in a moderate way. All right, so we want to draw a circle of diameter 108. Right, good. So center, diameter 108. Good, we have that already. Now remember what we also need. We need to draw the cone. All right, sorry, the cylinder intersecting the cone. And how do we do that? All right, from this point we know we'll have 58 to this side. 58. Good. And we'll also have 58 to the left also. to the right. 58 to the right. Good. We have that. So now we are offsetting it by 29 up and also 29 down. All right, so we're going to offset this, offset by 29. Okay, it's already there. All right, so 29 up, 29 down, and at this point we don't need this line again, so that's gone. Quickly we come here, we make sure this is correct. All right, then we do the same thing for this part too. All right, now what most people would just do normally is to extend these lines down, extend this line, they will actually meet up and you get your answer. Now quickly, the next thing we have to do is to create two semicircles. Remember, instead of drawing the side view here, we'll just come here, create two semicircles, or you can draw the side view here also. So you just create two semicircles, just like we did in the last one. I'll use center and radius. Now this is where the issue comes in. If we decided to extend this line down here, all right, the problem is the midpoint section that we are getting now to actually draw these circles will not be able to get that. All right, will not be able to get that. The reason why is the midpoint of this line will now be somewhere around here, all right, which is not why that's why I decided to just draw a new set of line. So quickly we'll have this to this point also, the radius. Then we'll trim the ones we don't need. We don't need this. We don't need, oh boy, we don't need this. We don't need this also. Good. Then the ones in the middle, we don't need them. This and this and this. Good. So we had that. Now remember, the next step we have to do is to divide this circle into 6 segments. All right. And how do we do that? We clear this off. All right, because we don't need that for now. We don't need that. This for now. I believe we have to trim this also. Comment please. All right. Good. Good. So what we do is simple. We come here, line, you move your cursor around this circle, the center point shows, then you draw this. All right, then the next thing you do is you highlight this, and something just occurred to me. Let me see if I can try it two at the same time. All right, okay. So we highlight this line and this line. Then we use our array. We array them, all right, because we want to divide the circle. It's a faster way. Oh boy, where's my mouse? All right, so because it's a faster way. So we come here, polar array. All right, center point. Oh, I doubt we can use this. I doubt we can use that. All right. Let's just redo that. So pick this, we polar array, then center point of the array, we pick this point, then we come here, from 360 we change it to 180, enter, then we change this to 7. Yes, we want to divide it into 6 segments, but we need to change to 7 because counting from 1 to 6 is 6 digits, but because we are counting 0 included, it's going to be now is altogether the whole digit is going to be 7. So we have that. All right, now we do the same thing for this array. Specify center point. We have this 360 to 180, then 7. So please just know this anytime you're using the array function. All right, if the number of lines you want to actually create or the number of segments you want to create is, let's say, 10, all right, make sure to come here and include the items to be what, make it if it's 10, make it 11. If it's 16, make it 17. If it's 25, make it 26. All right, good. Try when you're dividing a semicircle, please. Good. Or a circle. Yeah. So we have this. All right. Now a good thing would be to label them. All right. Let's quickly go to the labeling. So the first one will be 3. Wow, that's very, very small. Very, very small. Okay, text height. Let me use 13. No, it's too big. Okay, let me use 8 then. 7, coming. 7. Okay, it's okay. It's manageable. So we have this to be 3 here. Now to avoid the stress of doing everything over editing, writing each data and editing again, just do this text edit or text size. All right, when you click that text size from this, we use 7. All right, let's take it to 7, then press enter. So automatically when I begin to write this text, all right, this one now I want to use 2. You don't have to use bother yourself about the size anymore, and to save your time. So we have 3 2 text again. 1. Okay. 1. This is one of those days where oh boy, my mouse keeps acting up. Alright, so okay, 1. Alright, so we copy, because we are going to also move. Okay, 0 1. So copy here. 3. Copy here. So the next one I'll just write is 0 0. Escape. So we'll continue with this. Good. So we've properly done that. So remember, from the last video, we numbered this as 3 2 1, but when we are looking at it from the top, you'll be viewing 3 as the center one, this as the number in the center this time. So we're going to start with this. Sorry, permits me to use my lazy method. 2 3 4 5 6 6 7. All right, so we bring this down here. Oh boy, this mouse is a thing on its own. Copy here. All right, now because we're going to change the numbers, this one, the number 3 becomes 0. All right, this one becomes 0 0. This one becomes 1 1. This one becomes 2. Now please, after changing the numbers, don't press enter. Enter will just do this. All right, so just press escape. 0 1 2, and 0 becomes 3 3. So all you just need to do is simple. It's a simple step. All right, 3. You will change this one to 2. So just double click on it quickly. 2. Escape. We'll come to this 2. Double click. 1. Escape again. Then this one becomes 0. This one becomes 0. Good. So we're done with the numbering quickly. Now the next thing is to make use of our parallel lines. All right, now how do we do that? All we just need to do is come here. All right, make these parallel lines to this point. Good. We extend these parallel lines from these points to these points. Good. We extend this one also from this point to this point. Good. We extend this one also from the center to this point. Good. We extend this one from this point to this point. Good. We extend this one here from here, oh boy, to this point. Good. Then finally we extend from here, which is 3, to this point. Good. Now after doing this, the next thing to do is we draw an horizontal line to this point. All right, good. Then we now extend, we project these lines. All right, all these ones touching this side of the triangle, we project them downwards. And how do we do that? Is very, very simple. So this comes down. All right, this comes down also. All right. Now we've completed it to a point. Now the next thing for us to do, where after this stage we are now to draw circles. All right. We're to draw circles. Now how would we do it? We'll pick this center and radius. We'll start the radius from here to this point. All right. That's be the first one. All right. We'll draw another circle again from here to this point. They will all be tangential to each of those lines. Oh, sorry. They will all be tangential to each of those lines. Okay. 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 And finally, the last one. Good. Now, you see, the next thing we're actually supposed to do is project these lines, right? To this point. But there might be one or two confusions, all right? So a best thing I would advise is to assign colors. Now, the reason why I didn't assign colors earlier on was because I knew I was still going to assign colors to the circle and to every other line I would draw. So instead of doing that, all right, what I would just do is let's assign colors to them, okay? Just like we did last time. For line 3, let's give it red, or we can change the dynamic whichever way. Line 2, let's give line 2 green. All right. Okay. I bet that won't be the only thing that will be green then. Let's do this instead. So for line 3 that was red, we have this, and the circle is this. All right. This is also line 3. So I have this, I have this, and this is the circle also. Okay. Yes. So I can change all of these to red. Good. We're going. Line 2 is green. So oh boy, I think I must have made a mistake. Line 2 is green. Is actually line 2. Line 2, circle 2 is also line 2, and this is also line 2, this circle 2. So we want color to be green, so we use as green. Now we come here, let's change this one to red, please. Whoa. Okay. Red. Okay, good. Now please remember, there are sometimes after changing the color, you need to bring your cursor, your mouse and the cursor back to the drawing board, all right, before you can press escape. If it's still on the body of this the properties or the editing section, it won't change, all right. You just look at like the uh the commands are not obeying your clicks, all right. So let's give this for 1, this also for 1, 1 and 1. So for 1, let's give it yellow. Let's give 1 yellow. Okay. Then finally for 0, I believe we gave 0 magenta the last time. Okay. Now 0 only appears once, so let's just give it blue. Let's give it magenta. Good. So we have this already. Now let's continue now with what we are to do. Now we are to project each of these lines on this, all right. Remember, 0 is magenta, 3 is red, so let's start with 0. All right, 0 is magenta. We'll project a parallel line from this point, good, to this point. Now remember what we did last in my last video. We couldn't project 0, all right. That's another way to let you know that the curves are not supposed to be by the side. Once you can project this 0, it means your curve is meant to be the up side is meant to be here and here, all right. Good. So let's push on. So we have this, then we'll have hold on, 0. Let's project another 0 because we have one more we have one more thing to hold on to. Yes. Then we have let's project 1. Oh, sorry. We need to make sure these lines are okay. Now 0 is magenta, right? So good. Escape. Now 1 is what color? 1 is yellow. All right. 1 is yellow. So let's project 1 also. Let's project 1 from this point to this point. From this point, yellow, yellow. But we also have another yellow. All right. So that's 2 yellows. So don't always forget, please. 2 yellows. Good. All right. So we need to change this to yellow, this to yellow, this to yellow. Yellow. Good. Now the next one, 2. 2 is green and 3 is red. So let's quickly do for the 2 and 3. 2 is green. So we project for 2 to green and to green. Oh boy. We project for 2 again from here to this point. Good. Then we project for red. Let's just project for red. For 3, sorry. Good. So we know this one and this one are green. They are supposed to be green. Good. And we know this one is meant to be red. Good. So we have that. Alright. And why is this one glowing magenta? Okay. Good. So we have that. Now the next thing for us to do is to project these lines upwards. Alright. We are going to project these lines here upwards. Now how do we do that? It's simple. We start with the only just deal with this from this 0 to 3. No need to start from the base, all right? Because you're not using drawing boards, T-square and the likes. AutoCAD will obviously give you the correct angle to use. So we trace 0 to 0, 1 to 1, 2 to 2. Now thank God we use the color code, so that also helps. 0 to 0. We trace 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Get this, yes. We trace 2 to 2. 2 to 2. Then we trace 3 to 3. 3 to 3. So let's just change these colors, please. So this one is meant to be yellow. Oh, hold on. Since we have for the top parts, we can also do for the bottom parts too, right? Let's try that. Now please, I'm just doing this. Actually, if it were just me, I wouldn't bother. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't bother doing that. Let me just see the bottom, if the bottom will work. Nah. So let's ignore it, please. Let's just change the color of these ones. So this one is meant to be yellow. Alright, good. This one is meant to be green. Alright. This one is meant to be red, because this is obviously 3. Red. Alright. And this one is meant to be magenta. Alright. So we have yellow, green, and magenta. Yellow, green, red, and magenta. Now the next thing is to connect this line from this point to this point to this point to this point, back to this point. Now how do we do that? You use our spline, right? Remember, we use spline. Thank God I didn't call it spline this time. We use our spline. Alright? Spline. Yes. So for the spline, we take it from this point first, from red, alright, to the first point here, which is 0, to the second point here, which is 1, 2, and back to 3. All right, then you press enter. As simple as that. Now, um, we have this. All right. Now, if we extended each of these lines to this part, all right, we're supposed to draw the same thing here at this part. But there's a simple method to use that. Click on this and let's come and use our mirror, please. All right. Remember, questions like this, they come out in exam. You need to be fast. So how do we do that? We just center point. Click on any line here on the center point and drag it straight. Then press enter. Erase all subjects. No, we need the two of them. So we have this. All right. So click this. We click this. We click this. Now the reason why I'm doing this is I just want to thicken the line so that it will look different from the construction line. Now all this all these are just to make your work neat and very, very catchy. Okay, so we have that. So basically what I would do next is line weight, and I will just come here and make it let's make it 0.6. Now it's not showing yet, yes, because my show or line weight button display is off, so I'll just click it on. Good. So for this I will trim this part off. I'm trimming 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 this part off. Or I could have left it as even construction line, but I'm trimming it off. All right, good. So we have this. Now what we'll just do is to complete this diagram to this point. Good. We'll complete it here also to this point. Yes, good, good. Then we also have this too. We'll complete this to this point, this point, this point, and back here. So what we'll do is simple. We'll click each of these lines that we've created and increase the line weight also. Okay, we have this and we have this and we have this. Oh boy, I think I made a mistake there. Well, let's just do this instead. Good. So the only one I know I need to change is this. That one is not supposed to be there at all. Good. So we have this. All right. Now the question is 80% finished. All right. The other part is this. Remember I said we need to draw the bottom. Actually, if we were just to draw these curves here, just show this one, is it's going to be very easy. But to draw it at this part, all right, all we need to do is trace these lines. All right, create another let's create another curve at this point, because you are looking at it from the top, but mind you, the lines of this curve won't be as thick as the main drawing itself, because the lines are meant to be inside. They are not the curve is not something you're supposed to be able to see from the top. All right, so how do we do that? Simple. We use spline again. All right, we come, remember we are starting from the lowest point. We can start from the lowest point, can start from the highest point actually. So we would pick each of these points, all right, round this part. So it's something very, very simple to do. From this to this to this to this to this point to this point and to this point. Then we go back to this point. All right. Actually, I'm coming, please. To this point. Yes, because we have 3 to this point. Yes. Then we come back here. Good. Enter. No, sorry. Let's redo that again, please. So we start from the ones at the front, the ones where they stop. 1. Coming 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, then we start going back. All right, this magenta doesn't have any. Here we have a point, we click that. After this we have a point here, we click that. After this we have a point here, we click that. We come here, we have another green crossing green. We come here, yellow crossing yellow. Then we come here back where we have magenta. Oh, that's bad. Magenta here also, then enter. So this point is where we are going to, this is where we had an issue. Alright, good. I believe we are okay with that. Oh, seems I used line. Wow. Wow. Sorry about that. Spline, sorry, spline. I was wondering why it's not sorry about that. Alright, so we start again. This time let's get it perfect. Let's get it right. 1, 2, 3. Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Then we continue our journey back. Magenta and yellow, no. Alright. So we have yellow and yellow, yes. Right? We have green and green, yes. We have red on red, yes. We have green on green again, yes. We have yellow on yellow again, yes. Then we have magenta or magenta, yes. Then enter. Good. So we have this part. Let's increase the line width. Now that one we use 0.6. For this, let me just use 0.35. Alright, good. Now we need to do the same thing we did here on this other part. So instead of stressing ourselves, let's just use what? Mirror. Alright, center point to be this center point. Then just drag it along anywhere on this vertical line and you have this. Erase source object, no. So basically you've drawn this. Now this curve is what you will see from the top. Alright, from the top here, if you are viewing this from the top. And just like that, we've completed this question. Alright, so whichever part you don't understand or you need help with, please feel free to drop your feel free to drop comments down in the comment section, and I will do well to reply you on time. And if you happen to have a particular area of study, area of drawing, of engineering drawing, that you find difficult, please reach out, and I would get a question and work on it, and I will release the video as fast as I can. Thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys later. Thank you.